The United Arab Emirates has recently faced intense scrutiny regarding its support for Sudan's Rapid Support Forces. After mass killings in Fasher, the UAE now admits its Sudan policy was flawed. For the first time, senior diplomatic envoy Anwar Gargash acknowledges this mistake in light of reputational damage. In 2021, a coup led by RSF and army generals overthrew Sudan's transitional civilian government. Gargash stated that the UAE and others should have imposed sanctions on these instigators. He admitted it was a critical error not to recognize the coup and failed to deter the violent trajectory Sudan has taken since. Historically, the UAE and Saudi Arabia sought to bolster military control in Sudan after the ousting of longtime dictator Omar al-Bashir in 2019. They aimed to marginalize civilian authority, believing military backing could ensure stability. However, this led to a rapid decline of the civilian government, and the fallout contributed to the civil war that began in 2023. Despite these developments, the UAE claims it aspires to a return to civilian rule, stating that both the RSF and army have disqualified themselves from Sudan's future. However, critics argue the UAE's past actions and continued support for the RSF raise doubts about its sincerity. The UAE's interest in Sudan is driven by its rich natural resources, with agriculture, gold, and strategic maritime locations being key attractions. The UAE has invested significantly in Sudan's agricultural projects but is particularly focused on gold, which constitutes nearly half of Sudan's exports. This presents a complex dilemma as most gold production is reported to be illicitly smuggled, mostly ending up in the UAE. As international pressure mounts, the UAE is under increasing expectation to distance itself from the RSF. A potential collective resolution to the crisis involving the UAE and Egypt could yield a ceasefire. The US and other nations advocate for a return to a civilian-led government, emphasizing that Sudanese citizens must engage in deciding their governance's future. The unfolding situation in Sudan highlights the intricate ties between politics and profit. Moving forward, the UAE's actions will depend significantly on its perceived interest in maintaining control over resources while responding to external pressures to resolve the ongoing conflict. In summary, the UAE stands at a crossroads. Its future relations with Sudan hinge on a careful balance between securing resource interests and addressing the urgent need for a return to civilian governance. As the dialogue continues, it's crucial that all players recognize the importance of an inclusive transition process for the Sudanese people. Stay informed.